First course, white for pudding.
Hello and welcome to the Great British Shitcom, the show in which we watch some potentially forgotten sitcom classics to see if they stood the test of time. I'm Mark, and as ever, I'm joined by my co-hosts Chris Wood.
Hello.
And Chris Jones.
Hello.
So close, fuck that up there right at the end. Never mind. We are watching something today.
Jesus Christ.
I said there's more to that sentence.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
That sentence was the equivalent of...
Go on.
That
doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes. And that bit in Wallace and Gromit where Gromit is on that little train and he's building the track as he's going along. That was your sentence then. Go on then.
Right, so we are watching something today that is requested by somebody on Twitter called The Comedy Doctor, aka Sophie May. Probably should have said it the other way around. She is at comedy_doc. She's a comedy writer, and she suggested that we watch The Thin Blue Line. So that is what we're going to be watching today.
Is she an actual doctor of comedy? Can you take a doctorate in comedy?
I'm hoping so.
You know, you can be like a doctor of, like, I don't know, poetry or something, can't you?
Yeah, doctor of poetry, can you?
I'm sure you can get a doctorate in anything, can't you?
Be
a doctor of, like...
uni.
I don't know. I think you can get a doctorate.
Radiology, that sort of thing, you know.
I mean, doctor of anything, like, just general medicine. Like, not even specific, is it?
State of our university.
So what is that? What's general medicine? Like paracetamol?
How do you become a doctor then? Like, I genuinely don't know. Like,
you have to do, like,
is it one of them
learning and that, didn't you? No, you have to, it's like a course. You take a doctorate, don't you? And you have to. I think it's like years and years. Like, I don't know about years and years, but it's doctors, like, to be a medical doctor is like 7 years, isn't it?
Something like that. The vet's longer, isn't it? That's what they say.
Vet is longer.
I think so.
What's the point?
Because like it's harder.
Different. You got to do.
What's the point? It's an animal. Don't.
What do you mean? What? Like, to what? Keep it alive?
I just.
If dog's in pain, what is this?
Mark's veterinary service.
No point. I'll just kick your dog.
Move on.
Death.
Move on.
I'm not an animal lover as such. I don't hate them. I just don't see them.
Really?
I just largely think that they need looking after, generally speaking, from humans. Pets do. So the priority there would be humans.
Right.
There should be more time.
Well, it's not either or, is it? I don't think they're like.
No. I know,
He's not like sorry. I'm gonna cut your appendix surgery short. There's a cow out there with a cough. It's been waiting all morning.
Yeah. Every time he laughs, she gets into a coughing fit. Poor cow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've not thought of this structure out, but like you could like specialize in like dogs and cats and iguanas or something. I don't know. Like you have like some specifics.
I think you can choose whether you do like domestic animals or you go. You could be like a farm vet and do like the bigger ticket items and stuff.
Does it still take that long? I don't know all this. I don't know all the necessary information I need to know to form a full opinion. But how do we get onto this?
I don't know. Doctors in comedy. Because you can study comedy, can't you?
So could you take a doctorate in it
with hilarious consequences?
Or you could just do a podcast where you don't know much at all.
All right. So Mark hates animals. Let's move on.
Establish that. All right. Series premise: the various mishaps at a police station in an English town, not specific. The main character is the Anne.
Where did you get this
I
from?
always thought it was London.
No.
Come on, where do you think I got this from? IMDb. As always.
Well, I looked at the Wikipedia entry this morning and it said it's based in a fictional town called Glaston or something.
Glaston.
Fucking hell, Mark. I mean, like, this is basic.
What do you mean?
Fallen at the first hurdle, haven't we?
Well, yeah, because you question me on my usage of IMDb. This is what I do. You know this by now.
Hang on. Gasforth, it's called. Fictional town.
Gasforth.
And it's Constable Goody wears a North Yorkshire police helmet plate, so it's pretty similar to North Yorkshire. Gasforth.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for that. The main character is the anachronistic yet charming and funny Inspector Fowler. CID foil.
Oh my god.
This is in English.
This isn't funny. Like, this is funny at first. But this is sad now, isn't it?
CID foil to Fowler. That's not right, is it? CID foil to Fowler. Inspector Grim is a bumbling, seething
the man
idiot.
fall apart week by week. Look at him.
It's a character study.
Glassy eyes. Look, like he's.
Adoption house.
I'm not even
having a stroke.
No, it's not. That's what it says. Foil to Fowler.
Yeah,
that's what it says.
It does make sense because he's the foil to Fowler. The CID foil to Fowler, except the Grim, is a bumbling and seething idiot.
I don't know what that means.
A foil.
is
So
like
if you're foiled to someone, you're like their nemesis-y type thing, or
They
you
kind of
keep
bounce
stopping
off
them.
each
Don't
Oh, is
you?
that what foil can mean?
Yeah, if you foiled someone's plans, wrapped them up.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Every week I learn something new. This is unreal.
Okay, let's get the little definition so that you understand.
I heard like someone like a villain goes like, "Oh, foiled again."
Yeah, but I get it in that context. But to go the foil to that, do you know what I mean? I've never heard it said that way.
Yeah, so foil literature is a subsidiary character who emphasises the traits of the main character. So a comedic or comic foil, the straight man in a comedy double act. So CID foil to Fowler, Instructor Grim, is a bumbling and seething idiot.
All right.
Good.
Thank you.
So any other words you don't understand, just let us know and we'll try and help.
Thank you. Right. This is written by Ben Elton.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I saw this today. I was quite up for it until I saw that and then my heart sank when I saw Ben Elton.
I
quite like Ben Elton,
don't
you? You quite like Ben Elton, don't you?
Well, I liked Blackadder, yeah.
That's true.
Blackadder was good.
Do you like Blackadder?
From what I've seen, no. That and the young ones, I'm not.
No, I don't really like the young ones. I don't really like Series 1 of Blackadder, but the other, like from 2, 3 and 4 were really good.
What was Series 1 of Blackadder?
That was like the medieval one. With the stupid haircut. That seemed
was
to
it the same writing
thing.
team? Was it Ben Elton as well? It did seem like a lot different.
I think he only came on from Series 2, or he might have had a bit of a part in Series 1, but I think it was mainly Series 2 he came on.
The tone was a lot different than the first one compared to...
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. The first one was just like silly, like just relied on like stupid voices and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the main thing I know about Blackadder is the one... the one set during the war.
Yeah, the World War. Yeah.
I think that I remember being quite a good series and quite well renowned for its ending.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing I know about it. It's quite a nice.
The other's
nice
quite
ending.
good. Tudor one's quite good, and I like the Renaissance one.
Yeah.
What's the Renaissance one?
They've all got like big hair and stuff.
Like with the powdered wigs and that.
Oh, I thought that was like the Victorian one. Is that the same thing? I don't know.
No.
Oh,
There
okay.
was a Victorian one.
There's the Victoria one.
I thought that must
it's
be
like
that
an
one.
Elizabethan one.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
No, there's one a bit further, a bit later down the line where they're like sort of 18th century.
Like French Revolution sort of time.
Yeah.
1600s.
Got all the beauty spots and stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah, maybe.
Big wigs for the syphilitic hair.
Yeah. Oh, actually, didn't they do one like a Millennium special when the Millennium Dome was launched?
Yeah, I think they did like a one that was like a special where he went through like loads of different ones, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where that's like Romans or something like that. He had a
I
time
think it was
machine.
like a time machine. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we went to Millennium Dome and we watched it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. You came? We all went.
Oh, I don't remember. I've never been to Millennium Dome.
What?
Oh no, I've been to like the. I didn't go
Denying
in.
it.
I didn't know. The only time I've been,
I've got an alibi.
never been. I've stuck to that story for 15 years.
15? 15 years?
Oh, I don't know. When was the Millennium?
It's 2019. It's 2019 now.
Oh god, yeah, right. Christ alive. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Cut that.
When was the
When was the Millennium? I've been asleep.
Are we still printing t-shirts or?
No. Alright, 19 years ago then, sorry.
Watch out for the Millennium Bug.
I haven't turned my computer on yet because I'm scared of Y2K.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a smell-o-vision element to that? Or was it or was someone just gassy next to me?
I don't know. I don't
I've never been to it when it was a Millennium Dome. The only time I've ever been is when it was like the O2 Arena. I think I've only been once.
What did you say?
I went to see Fast and Furious live. Why is that funny?
What?
That's quite good if you like watching cars drive around in a circle relatively slowly.
Is that why you took that lawn chair to the roundabout?
All right.
He's indicating. He's taking a second exit.
Ice cream man every time. He's
Yeah.
great.
It's sunny, isn't it? You do your trade in the summer.
Mainly. Don't you think like they should like kind of adapt and in the winter time they should have like hot savoury snacks that
Like
they
mulled wine.
Well, yeah, this is what.
Yeah.
Like roast chestnuts.
Yeah. How
You
good would
could
that
do,
be?
but you wouldn't necessarily like be wanting like if it's winter
Sausage
and it's all
rolls?
cold and that. Who's waiting? Oh, I really fancy a sausage roll now. Oh, it's the sausage roll man.
That'd be brilliant. You wouldn't go out if you like.
Oh, I don't
You
know.
wouldn't come around house maybe, but like if you're at a park and there's like
Yeah, but
mind
that's like a
that
food
child.
van, isn't it? They do that, don't they? Like when you go around London, they have all like little hot chestnuts and all the like.
Yeah, but not in a van.
not in a van.
Selling it out of a bin, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, all right.
It does bother me when they advertise that they sell like hot dogs and burgers and they don't. Because I'm almost like, oh yeah, I fancy a hot dog because I quite like hot dogs, and they often don't have them.
I'd never
Who?
buy a top
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't get why they do that. Like, take the sticker off. Like, why would you have it marked up if you don't sell it?
Yeah. Or they're just really popular. They sell it on the first go.
Yeah, they're sold out. Yeah, every time. Maybe I just get there late every time.
More like not dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They not have them. I'll never buy a hot dog off the street. Never.
Just lying on the floor. No,
you know what I mean? Like
From like
man.
a street vendor.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, I wouldn't really buy even like a hamburger or anything. Like
No,
that. Anything open, really. They're meant to be awful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like bacteria.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the food hygiene certificate before I. No, but you do. Like, I have to teach like environmental health and that, and
practice what you preach.
some of the stuff you see like when they go into restaurants and that, inspecting it, it's like, how do they get away with it?
Booming noise.
I'd question the authenticity of that gelato Italia that he's selling. To be honest, I didn't see 1.99 with a flake when I went around Rome.
No matter how much I looked.
Can I have a
They just kept asking, what are you talking
99 with a flake, please?
What is the 99? What is strawberry sprit?
Should I carry on with the intro? I don't know what to do here.
What are we up to?
Thin Blue Line.
Why
It's,
are we talking about ice creams?
Because you
Yeah, I heard
got
him.
distracted with the ice cream man. That's literally like 10 seconds ago. It wasn't even like long, like an hour.
I've got 4 tangents since then.
Wait, we were talking about Blackadder and Ben Elton, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. I
We
mean,
will-
I like Blackadder.
We Will
but-
Rock You, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Never seen it. Did he write it?
Yeah, it's appalling apparently.
I don't know, never seen it.
Good. What else did he do? Oh, that Crow thing with David Mitchell.
Christ. Upstart Crow.
That's it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Shakespeare and that.
No,
wasn't it?
I tried the first episode of that and I really did enjoy it.
Why?
Just thought it wasn't funny.
Why?
It was the same sort of writing as he normally does, and like,
Which is what?
I don't know how I would describe that. I just don't enjoy it.
Okay.
It's got a particular way of. Everyone has a particular way of writing, and that is not a way in which I enjoy. It wasn't nice to see David Mitchell do something like that. I prefer David Mitchell as he is.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect little beard boy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, that's strange.
this show that we're doing today, Thin Blue Line, I already forgot, ran for 2 series, 14 episodes. That's
Is that it?
That is just 14.
Yeah. No, I knew it was a short
Perfect.
run, but
we've completed the arc. There's nothing more story to tell. I think we've done what we need to do.
I think 14 episodes is unusual for 2 series, though.
7
Is that 7 each?
Yeah.
Or is that 6 each and then a couple of specials?
Or it might be 6 and an 8. Yeah. Or
Christmas special. Did they do a Christmas special?
Maybe. This run between 1995, sorry, and 96. Got an average rating of, no drum roll needed, 7.5 out of 10. It stars Rowan Atkinson, we all know him to be Mr. Bean. Mina Anwar, now in Coronation Street, or was in Coronation Street. James Dreyfus, we will remember from Gimme Gimme Gimme.
Oh yeah.
And later on that we didn't see, My Hero, the last series of that.
Yeah.
Serena Evans from Pie in the Sky. David Haig from The Darling Buds of May. And Rudolph Walker as Patrick Truman in EastEnders. Today we will be watching Series 1, Episode 4, classic, called Rag Week.
Which one is the blonde one?
Which one's the blonde one?
She was in Catastrophe as well, wasn't she? She was the headmistress.
I've not seen Catastrophe yet.
It's good shit. Check it out. That's what I say.
I would like to.
Chris, you seen it?
Catastrophe. No.
It's good. Funny.
I'm guessing from this it would have to be Serena Evans then, because it's not Mina Anwar, and the rest are all male.
Yeah, you excited about this?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What are the memories of the Thin Blue Line, lads?
Quite vivid ones, unfortunately.
Vivid fever dreams. Can't sweat.
So specifically, there's a joke about James Dreyfus's character refers to something as the Big and I was like, "Oh, what are we talking about?" And it turns out that it's the Elizabeth Royal sign, the ER.
Vagina.
Oh, right.
This is a vagina.
Vagina. All right, thanks. Again, got that wrong.
It's queen in Latin.
Great. And there's another episode where someone loses a bet or the forfeit is during someone's like trial, they have to get in a full list of every single character from EastEnders. They have to somehow get all
In
the
a
names.
trial?
In. Yeah, there's
What?
like there's like a they go to like a trial where someone's been arrested.
Right.
I think it's Rowan Atkinson's character has to like give evidence, and during that he has to get in all the names
like
of
a bet.
characters. What's that?
Like a bet sort of thing.
Yeah, it's either like that's part of the bet
right,
that he
sorry.
can't do it, or the forfeit is that he has to do that.
Right, it's nothing to do with the actual trial.
No. That's all of EastEnders cast on
Legal
trial.
proceeding.
Yeah.
Trial by EastEnders cast.
You slag. Objection.
That's literally what I remember
Slag.
from it.
I remember, like the bloke with the moustache who was in the thick of it.
That's true.
Yeah. He,
Stop fannying about. I used to say that, didn't I?
He gets like, he's just like angry,
Furious.
or he gets like unbelievable. He plays pretty much the same character he plays in the thick of it, doesn't he?
Yes.
And I mean, I don't think it was good. It was. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as its what was its sequel, Line of Duty.
No, but you can see how it
That's where
influenced it.
It's where the sequel really takes over, takes the groundwork and just builds on that.
Yeah. No, but it did. Like, it on the shoulders of giants. You know, that's the Thin Blue Line and The Wire as well. You can see a lot of.
Yeah,
The Wire was in many ways the sort of American version of the Thin Blue Line. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
James Dreyfus was he like? He was just like a very camp, obviously, because James Dreyfus. But like, was he?
Camp in this.
He was just like a naive man, wasn't he? In this, I remember there was one joke I remember that he must have gone into the ladies' toilet because the men's must have been out or something in the PlayStation. So he went to ladies' toilets and he said that he just had got some chewing gum or something out of the machine. He said, "Oh, it's good." He said that basically he was using a tampon as like chewing gum or something.
What?
I don't know because he read the description of it and then it was just a hilarious mix-up.
How can you?
I don't know.
Like, no one can mix that up.
I don't know. Well, they look like a little sweet, don't they? They're wrapped up.
What, a tampon?
Yeah, the inside was
What,
just
like a
wrapped.
mini milk?
Mini milk's a fucking. I haven't had mini milk for ages.
It's good. It's good lolly mini milk.
It is, isn't it? Lolly as well. I didn't expect to hear that.
Lolly. It's a nice lolly, isn't
It
it?
is a nice lolly.
You know,
not found
all
that
right. Bloody Wall's marketing board. Want to get away from all this lolly rubbish.
Yeah, we're trying to move away from that.
Trying to make it. It's an
Lolly.
artisan frozen milk tube.
Confection, yeah, thank you. Mini milks, I haven't seen one though. Well, I've not been looking out for them. I had a
Should've,
feast earlier on the way round.
Oh, really? A feast? I haven't had a feast. Ages.
What's your favourite ice lolly, Mark?
Favourite ice lolly? I like a Maxi Bon. Not an ice lolly, I'm aware. More of a ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Lolly. Calippo's good.
Oh, yeah. That's textbook for like a really hot day.
Yeah.
Like a mild.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on, yeah. No, get it out. Get it out.
Fruit pastel lolly.
Oh, really?
5 whole.
Unorthodox. Hipster choice.
Hipster choice?
I'd say. What's the hipster lolly then? Fab.
Screwball.
Oh, that was all good. Ice cream and gum.
Oh, manky gum though. It's like a Zoom. I have a Zoom.
What the fuck's a Zoom?
A Zoom. It was like a rocket, and it had like a little strawberry or raspberry bit at the top. It had like a banana-y ice cream in the middle.
I know what you're talking about.
And then it had like the other bit at the bottom,
Yep.
and then it had like some like little it must have been like peanut buttery stuff or something in the middle of it. It was like
It's
mad.
deranged.
I don't know if it was peanut butter, but it had like a sort of buttery, sort of like creamy sort of thing in the
Yeah,
middle
because
of
I
it.
remember the banana bit being sort of creamy.
Yeah, the banana bit was creamy, and
Consistency.
then inside of that it had like something else, like a just really
Like a
nice
paste.
little pasty bit. Can't get me anymore. Can't see Zooms. Never seen a Zoom.
I like a Fab. I think a Fab's a solid lolly.
Twister. Can't beat a Twister.
What's the twister like? I don't remember those.
It's just wound around like green and
Yeah, it's like the
beige
green
colour.
and
Oh, no.
beige. It's got the ice cream in the middle of it. Oh, it's really nice.
I'd never had a
I found
Twister for the first time until I was like a grown man. I was about 25 or something when I first time I had a Twister.
Good birthday or?
Nervously wrapping it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. What's the worst one? Magnums are good. That's not really a lolly, is it?
I do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Magnums.
Apparently
Are good.
pronounced Magnum in Italy. They were pronouncing Magnum. Fun
Oh, because
times.
that's how they say it at the G, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, they're solid
Bolognese.
choice.
Worst ones used to be like
Bolognese.
would you get like cider lolly or like the
Cider lolly?
lemonade lolly or whatever it is.
Yeah, I remember like you remember when you were a kid and you used to get down the little sort of plastic sets where you can make your own. Yeah, used to make lemonade ones.
What,
and
Mr.
that.
Freeze, Mr. Frosty.
You used to have Mr. Frosty.
I never had one though.
Really?
Mr. Frosty.
Remember the advert for it?
So sticky.
Did you have one? Lucky.
My dad got my mum one for Christmas last year.
It's a hint.
No, she used to. I don't know. It's not really relevant.
I don't know what that action was.
No, she used to like when she's having
break
like
the
cold
ice.
drinks. She like you get the ice cubes, but she likes to crush up the ice.
Oh,
So I got like an ice crusher,
right.
but it used to be like, oh, why don't you just get a Mr. Frosty? Classic japes that the Wood family
Oh,
had.
did you have a Mr. Frosty?
Why did I have
Did
one?
you?
Yeah.
I'm the only one who didn't have a Mr. Frosty. I always
They weren't
wanted
good.
one.
I didn't like
no,
it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it was
You
awful.
you really had to press his hat down.
Fucking
you get, like-
maniac.
You really had the process.
You had to press his
Yeah,
hat down, and
you
the
get two-
ice literally like
two
didn't
ice
even
cubes,
crush
there
it.
you are. You get two ice
just
cubes in
like
that hat.
shaved it into like and you
Yeah.
ended up with big lumps of ice, syrup.
Because it's a children's like machine, and then you put two ice cubes in his hat.
Yeah, push it
And-
down, and
And
then
no
had to
kid has got that force.
wind the handle like fucking.
Because you have to do it two hands as well. Like one really hard on the hat, and the other one working the handle, and you just
Yeah.
can't.
Like strawberry syrup in that fucking penguin that just wasn't
Oh, yeah, I
wasn't a
forgot
good
about that.
receptacle for strawberry syrup, and it just got sticky all. And when you put it back in the box got sticky.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Mr. Frosty.
How about Mr.
Sorry, Mr. Frosty.
Sorry,
Sounds like-
great advert, great idea.
Yeah. Sounds
It's a
like I had a
great little
lucky
jingle
escape.
for that advert. I do
How'd it
like
go?
that.
Yeah,
Mr. Frosty is such fun. He makes treats for everyone.
he
That's
doesn't though, does
good.
he? He doesn't. He stands there while you have to make them.
We did
and it's
we did the hard
fucking
work. I mean, the jingle's good, but it's factually inaccurate.
inaccurate.
That's the only problem with that jingle.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the last time that you pushed someone's head down to get a little treat. How about Mr. Busty and there's his cum coming out of it?
Oh dear.
Yes.
Mr. Busty.
Mr. Busty. Not even like Mrs.
What a formal. Senor Busty for the Spanish market.
Sombrero hat.
Exactly.
Should
You
we-
would get more purchase on a sombrero, wouldn't you? That's fine.
That'd get in the way, wouldn't it? Because there's a front bit to it as well.
I don't know. I didn't have one.
He crushed,
I'll
he
get back
crushed
to
it,
you.
crushed it down into like a little tray.
Okay.
You had to
here
get the
we go.
tray out, put that into your cup,
Okay.
and you squirt syrup on it, didn't you? It's like a.
Well, I thought I had a lucky escape then. So like,
I'm quite interested by it. You can buy like a slush piping machine now, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah, for like 50. I think it's 50 quid. You can get like one of those machines that makes slush puppy. You buy
Yeah.
the syrup and that for it.
I'm not a
What,
big
the,
fan
thing,
of the slush puppy.
the drum that spins around.
Yeah. You can buy like a home one. Obviously, it's not as big as like an industrial one.
Do you remember they used to have like the cup on the top that used to spin around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like slush puppy. Yeah.
Right then, well, we're about to watch Series 1, Episode 4, Rag Week, and we'll be back in with the premise afterwards. We'll see you there. Bye.
Oh.
So we just watched Series 1, Episode 4, entitled Rag Week. The premise for this was when Rag Week begins, the Gasforth police deals with students' pranks and bank robbers. I actually forgot that that's what the premise was in this, so it's lucky I didn't read it, because that would have ruined the big surprise that we all had at the end. Opinions on the episode we just watched? Do you want to talk through scene by scene what we normally do? Where would you guys like to start?
I don't know. Scene by scene is gonna be well boring, isn't it?
There were sort of tangential things, but the main overarching thing, where there was two different two strands, which are the Rag Week thing and the bank, which sort of intertwined at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, it was Rag Week, the bank, and the thing about police work being boring.
Yeah, because Inspector Grim kept complaining about how he was just arresting minors. No, not arresting minors, doing minor crimes. Arrested, not doing anything interesting.
No, he was arresting minors as well, because he said it would...
Other underage,
Yeah, he made a comment about how he just wants to arrest someone whose balls have dropped
classic.
at one point. Detective Grim in this is a detective, and you've got Rowan Atkinson's character who plays like the general police officer. They're kind of obviously different departments in this, just to establish who they are in this whole thing. Rag Week, it's not a term I'm familiar with. I mean, maybe because I didn't go to university. Is that a term you're familiar with?
Yeah, it's like Freshers Week, isn't it? Where they just do
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an old term for that. I think really.
Oh, okay. Would it have been a term in during 1995, 96?
Yeah, I
might
mean,
have
if
been, yeah,
you
probably would,
knew about that kind of thing, about universities and students, then yeah.
So, what should we do here? I've got loads of notes as usual. they're just words. None of it really makes sense.
What's the first
That was
bit?
what that's what Shakespeare said when he.
Yeah, let's tie these together.
Those words don't really make sense. All rhymes.
What was the first bit again? So,
Well, it opened up with
Rag Week.
was it Rag Week?
Oh,
start?
no.
Oh no, it was outside the shop. They were getting a
Yes.
bike, weren't they? For some reason, there was loads of students like handing out leaflets because that was like what you do in Rag Week. I don't know,
And
joining
they're
clubs and that.
it's establishing that they were all dressed in fancy dress, so they were wearing like tutus, and they had
Yeah.
monkey masks or ape masks or
Yeah.
chimpanzee masks,
Yeah,
gorilla
get it
masks.
right. Can
Gorilla
you
masks,
classify
yeah.
them correctly?
Thank you.
You have the
Great
Latin.
apes.
No, the Latin as well, please.
Yeah, we'll have them right in otherwise.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, just
So that was setting up the
Setting up that,
theme of the Rag Week, and then what have you got there? Oh yeah,
Rag Week.
no, then there was a briefing, wasn't there? So he was briefing.
yeah.
Ryan Atkinson was briefing. What's his name in the thing? Fowler.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was briefing his team, all the lads, about Rag Week and stuff.
Well, he was briefing his team on that, and then there was the other side of it. He was just moaning about police work being boring. There was nothing on,
Yes.
and then they got a letter that was supposed.
Yeah, before that, sorry. So before that,
Yawning through it.
Keeping them up.
before that, there's an extended bit about he's trying to establish with his team what is considered an excessive, people acting excessively, like students acting excessively, and there was a bit of
Boring,
over and over
wasn't
again.
it?
Yeah, but that was one of the major types of comedy I think in this episode, was that kind of wordplay. So he just basically kept saying excessive and excessively in a different context in the same sentence, and then it confused everyone. That was the
like through, isn't it?
yeah. So you're saying what's an excess and what's an excessive excess, and then who's an excessive excess is someone that acting excessively and so, and then it cut to like Constable Goody looking confused.
I think I've said before in this that I like wordplay like that, when people sort of use the same things again and again. I think someone like Larry David does things like that really well.
Like Teletubbies.
Yeah.
All the Teletubbies, yeah. But I just think the humour I enjoy in it is it's lost when you have another character that is just like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which was I don't remember who said it. In this.
Gladstone, isn't it?
Gladstone. Patrick Truman, yeah, he was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not following, he says, which at that point you're just like,
is everything clear? And he was like, no.
No. Yeah, exactly. We all know that you can't follow it, and that's why you're supposed to be left with that humour. By just establishing that, I don't think it's funny anymore. I've got a feeling that a lot of my comments are just going to be that I just don't enjoy Ben Elton.
It was a weird mix, because the idea is I haven't seen it for years, but I'm assuming the idea is something like you got Inspector Fowler, who's meant to be the character that you sort of like identify with as like, he's like the guy who's just trying to get on with his job.
Yeah, he's the straight man.
He's having to deal with the mental guy in CID who's goes on a rant every 5 minutes about everything, like, why can't we have proper chairs and stuff like that. Like, just anything, you think like anything would set him off, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then you got the team he's got full of like either like just thick,
naive and incompetent,
not really bothered, or his wife who's like constantly like trying to have it off, and it's a favourite phrase. But he's just having to deal with it, and he's trying to be all sensible. But then he does some proper stupid things, because he's obviously like he's like ridiculous as well. It's not like he's like a straight character. You're thinking like, okay, yeah, I sympathise with him. Like he's a maniac as well. Like,
well, yeah, no, he's like the pompous.
Yeah.
Pompous, yes, ideas of his police station.
Well, it's like he's.
But then he's also
by the
incompetent.
book, and
yeah.
But it doesn't always fit in, so I don't really know what it was.
Yeah, but then the ending is like he does kind of do some good police work, but like inadvertently, like he doesn't realise the situation he's in, and because of that, he manages to resolve the situation. But it's not because he's. So I don't know if he's like a good police officer or what.
I don't think he is. That none of them are very good police officers.
No, satire.
So of all the characters that we've got in this, we've got Fowler, aka Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, I forgot his name in this already, the Detective Grim in this, like he's kind of the foil. Is that correct? Yes, get it in, look at that.
Short for Bacon.
Then you've got Rowan Atkinson's team, so you've got Patrick Truman, and you've got James Dreyfus and Mina Anwar.
Yeah.
He's just going to say the actors' names, like.
Yeah. The cast.
It's a real medley of memory, and his wife in it as well.
Just his wife.
Yeah.
Not the character or the actress's name, just the wife.
And then you've got Grimm's partner in this.
Cray. Detective Cray, isn't he?
Well, he is little, like, I don't know,
Unibrow.
just a detective.
Detective
who's got
Unibrow.
eyes.
Yeah, Detective
Side,
Unibrow, yeah. And there was, I don't know if she was meant to be a character or not, but there was like a blonde female detective as well.
Yeah.
That she just seemed to do
Well,
stuff.
there'd probably be more than like 6 people in the police station. So
I think that in
but does she
earlier in-
like come into other episodes? Like,
Well, that's the thing, I'm not too sure, because in this, earlier in the series, I think they had a lot more characters that they got rid of.
Yeah. Police
maybe-
cuts.
Maybe,
Tories.
budget.
Mm.
Were there any characters in this that you guys particularly liked? I think I want to start with that because,
what liked or worked?
Yeah, because I mean, we're talking about how that some of them were quite incompetent and
It
stuff.
worked. It was a job. 9 to 5. I don't know. Not really. I wouldn't. Yeah, watch it again. Really.
I was laughing. I was laughing throughout. I think.
But
think
what
some
were
of-
you laughing
I
at?
don't. Well, just because some of it is weird, but some of it. I didn't think Fowler was that good. He was like, his kind of comic style was just being pompous and doing like flowery language and stuff. And I was noticed the thing that Brian Atkinson does this quite a lot.
Yeah.
As part of his comic style is this overemphasizing P's and B's.
Mm-hmm.
So he did it a lot in Blackadder.
He's got a
Bob.
He's got a speech impediment.
Exactly, yeah. But then he would do it. He would say like,
stop overemphasizing.
no, but then that is part of his character when he's like a pompous man. So he'd, when he said cupcakes, he really emphasised the P in it. Bosnia, he really like Bosnia'd it out, and then pub, and Habib. That's just part of his thing of like
Speech, how he speaks.
No. But then it feeds into his comedy.
It's hard
I think,
not
as well.
to.
It's a way of
do
asserting
it,
himself.
Yeah.
33p for a Coke though.
Yeah, that was good. That was a crucial part of the episode.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 'cause it's penis.
A lot of it was like always like the wordplay and stuff, and it just didn't.
Yeah, but I loved it. Like it really came through in some of the choice of words he used, like hoity-toity. We noticed, like I think I've heard him say that a lot. I think I've heard him say in some of his stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It comes really, his personality comes through in some of the language that he uses.
I think that's the sign of. I think, in fairness, that is a sign of a good writer. If you got
you can hear the voice. You can hear his voice. Look.
Yeah.
But John Constable Grim there.
That's a really good drawing, Chris.
He's furious. You can see his eyes scrunched up.
Lovely.
Yeah, well done.
You can do that. Put that on the socials.
Yeah, let's put it on some Instagram.
Carry on.
No, sorry, I was just reading what you're writing there.
That's right. He's shouting, fanning around.
Right. So yeah, Grim comes running over, and he's got what appears to be a note from a terrorist organisation, and he's thrilled that he's actually got some real challenge for himself. But as he writes down some of the key words that are cryptic within the sentence,
It's fanning about, isn't it? It's fanning around.
Yeah, I'll let that slide.
Fuck.
Stop fanning about. Yeah.
Tear it up.
Let's cross that out.
Yeah, he gets a letter from a terrorist group, and there's cryptic words that say we are going to do this or we are this. He writes those words on the board and takes over.
So the name was Sneduts, and they're trying to work out what organisation that would be, and they're saying, oh, maybe it's Old English or maybe it's something like that. And then they said they were threatening. They wanted freedom or whatever it was.
God, it's a struggle. Do you want to get through it?
It's autonomy for their fucking hell.
It's just the word. Go on. I won't even say it.
Edgelock. They wanted autonomy for Edgelock, and they're like, is that a place or whatever?
Yeah. And what was the third one?
Fuck it. Doing it in real time.
Backwards on it. Obviously.
Just write it. And
Shut
write
up.
Backwards.
Oh, blimey.
This is one that bothered me the most.
Dart suck. They were threatening to use dark suck, and it's like, what is it, like sort of Semtex or something? And then Fowler realises that, obviously Fowler realises that about 15 minutes after the audience already has that the words backwards for students is sned nuts, and edgelock his college and start suck his custard.
This is a trope that I'm really confused about in TV programs in general. So murder mystery things, for example, where things are becoming revealed towards the end, and they say, "Oh, it was an anagram the whole time." And like, well, yeah, it always seems really obvious.
Anyway, it's just all like they make a case, and I don't think we can argue that Thin Blue Line was making this as like some sort of like ridiculously hard case, but it's like some ridiculous arbitrary sort of like, oh, we just shoehorned it in as like, oh, that's really clever how they solved that, but it's not. It's just.
And I just think like to use words.
Well, I don't think it was. I don't think the point was that it was clever. It's highlighting that DCI Grim had kind of got ahead of himself.
Oh yeah,
and got excited about it, and before realising that it was a real prank, and he sort of tried to play it down by going, "Oh yeah."
No, I get that, but it just
it didn't really work. It was a bit like sure. It was just a bit like, oh, we've got here's a letter. He's keen for it. Oh, it's got this ridiculous backwards writing.
I think just the main thing that got me was that the first one that you wrote down on the board was students, and it begins with the letter.
Well, even students backwards is it's obviously students, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not like it's like something you like.
It doesn't look like a word, does it?
No, I'm just like.
It couldn't even be confused for something else. It's like not even it's just mad.
Yeah, I get that it's supposed to be focused on him and his like actual excitement, but like it wasn't even enough to slightly confuse the audience. Like the first like pattern in a rule of three should be
it might have slightly confused the audience with Thin Blue Line.
That's the thing, though. I mean,
who are you doing it for?
I think because if I was to rewrite that, I would have started with the college one first of all, because then you go like, oh, what is going on? There's an audience like ecologue or whatever it is. You go like, I don't know where this is going.
This is a thriller.
This is a real crime drama. This is a real mystery, and
it's not a crime. It's not a crime drama, is it? It's
gritty crime drama.
No, I know, but like there's a rule of three, and in the first one you're supposed to be a bit like, right, okay, and the second one you're like, something's coming, and then the first one should be the ecologue there, and then like the students one, because like you're falling in a little bit, and then custard of all things, that's clearly like a stupid. This is supposed to be a funny word. It's not. It's like a. It just annoyed me that bit.
It wasn't the best.
No.
It was.
I think it wasn't the most successful joke in the.
No, I think
there wasn't a lot. I don't think there was a lot of successful jokes in the episode. To be fair,
there was one around this time that I think I definitely sort of smiled at least. Grim said, "My arse will be on the line, and I don't want a cocker," which I think like.
It was alright. That was quite funny, but it's just
anal was always funny.
Yeah. How's the marriage going?
Fine.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. On that note as well, there was the Roger Ring.
Yeah.
Roger Ring.
So she was if you'd read the Wikipedia entry, Mark, you would have seen that part of DCI, as you call her, the wife. Her thing is that she wants to get busy with Fowler, and he's not really that interested. He's got better things to do. That was just tedious. Where she said, "Oh," she was talking to Habib, and she was like, "Oh, the other day I caught him in bed with a model." And she was like, "Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it." And she's like, "Yeah, there's still bits of balsa wood stuck to the duvet."
Yeah.
Fuck off.
That's
dross. Lazy. That is absolute dross.
It's a shit rally. So it's just the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the jokes in there were that it was like just proper, like just pithy, sort of like, oh yeah, very good. No, but it was like
well done you.
things that I was just saying to you, like, oh, all right. Not jokes, not anything funny, not anything even like pushing any sort of line, was it? It was just very safe.
Yeah,
reactionary comedy, wasn't it? There was no sort of apart. I mean, okay, the arse on the line and the cock up thing. Okay, I don't know what was it.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, but for like BBC. Thing. Because it's so unexpected, but the rest of it was just really safe. You could show that like what could that be on like I don't know 11 o'clock on a Sunday like before songs of praise, and no one would be like, oh gosh, that's a bit much.
Writing into points of view. No,
it'd be like just to say it's just a show, and it's not like it's.
It reminded me a little bit of when we watched Dinner Ladies, like Victoria Woods type of comedy.
Sort of, like
really like just like okay, I'm accepting.
It's comedy you could watch with your nan, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Yeah, I don't think even my nan would have laughed at it. I think
no,
she
I
would
don't think she would have laughed at it, but it would have been like.
Well, she hates the pigs, so she wouldn't watch it. She wouldn't even consider watching it. So he's in his office and he's reading Sherlock Holmes, and he sort of elaborately unwraps a Freddo and sort of elaborately
proper melted Freddo. It's a proper.
It
wasn't like a pristine, crisply moulded Freddo, was it? It's like one had been in his pocket all day.
It looked like it had melted and then re-hardened and was gone a bit white.
Yeah, I reckon they'd done like a take of that very late the day before, and they were like, "Oh, should we just give it a wrap, guys?" And someone like put it in the fridge and then left it out for a while.
That's a good shout, Mark.
Yeah, thanks.
I'd be right on the prop guy about that. Like, sorry, that's not very good.
What sort of budget is it?
Advert for Freddos as well.
Yeah, what sort of budget is they going to afford one Freddo?
Keep rewrapping it and gluing it back up each time. That day. Can I eat his Freddo? No. Gotta have that for next week.
BBC. This is taxpayers' money. Anyway, so then he like elaborate
points of view. Unrepentant, exorbitant waste of chocolate.
Yeah, switching off. So he elaborately sort of goes to eat it, and just as he's about to eat it, the wife bursts in.
DCI Pat. DCI Pat. I think that's Patricia.
Okay, right. DCI. That's not DCI. She's not a detective. She's a police officer. PC Pat. PC Pat. PC Pat.
PCP.
She comes in, and what's she talking about? I'll go to the bank or something. Tell him to go to the bank.
She wants him to go to the bank to renew their standing orders. Days before online banking, obviously, so you can't just easily click and do it. You've got to go into a bank and actually do it. That must have been fucking mental, really, mustn't it? Like, can you imagine, like, I'm really going to the bank now.
When's the last time you guys wrote a check?
Oh, I've never. I think I wrote a check like ages ago.
I on my way to school once, I must have been like 14. I found a novelty-sized check. And
I do remember that.
Yeah.
And you had it in the playground. You was walking around with it. And the teachers come and take it off you, didn't they? Like, they came and found it.
No.
And saying, what are you doing with that?
they told me. I think they just told me to get rid of it or something. But I hid it behind.
Get rid of
it. Cash it or put it away.
Sort of show it off.
I put it behind the lockers.
Put it in your giant wallet.
And I just put it behind the lockers in by my
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's weird when you're a kid. Like, if you're an adult now walking along, you see something on the side of the road, you're like you don't even give it a second thought a lot of times.
Oh no, I do.
But when you're a kid,
no, I do.
You're like,
so I'm interrupting there, but you know the amount of times you see like a CD on the road. Yeah. I always want to pick it up and wonder what's on the CD.
Oh, really?
Leave it alone. Okay, all right, Mark.
Put it in. It's a bit scratchy, but I'll.
That'd be a good thing. Like
several CD players.
Getting some blank CDs and then recording yourself going, "You fucking tramp," and then leaving them around.
Oh dear.
What a prank!
I know. Yeah. What the fuck? What were we talking about?
You were talking about
checks. Yeah.
PC Pat.
So she's annoyed, and for some reason she blows up and says that basically gets round again. So she how did she even get to that? She
she's just angry and tense all the time because she's obviously not like having her needs met at home, and well, that's a legitimate way to say it. And obviously she's just really frustrated about him. Obviously, I imagine he's like, he goes home, he sits, has a cup of tea, maybe falls asleep on the sofa or whatever. Mm-hmm. She does him his dinner, and then they just go to bed. Yeah. And then
so she like screams at him.
Pent up, isn't she?
Yeah, and she screams at him, "I need a damn good Rogering." And as she says that, PC Gladstone walks in, Patrick from EastEnders,
obviously.
And he just goes, "Oh dear."
Yeah, which I quite enjoyed that actually.
Yeah, and then there's the comedy is built from this is Fowler trying to explain away what that is. So then basically he said that they were talking about their friend Roger Ring,
Mr. Ring, yeah. Roger Ring. Oh, it was so
very
long,
contrived, wasn't it? It was like it wasn't.
I do like a good contrived joke, but not in actual TV comedy. Like, I mean, if it's amongst friends,
I thought that
brilliant,
wasn't that bad. I read our friend Roger Ring, and we were just talking about how how damn good he is. That was quite
see
funny.
what I mean? Like, in this context, I think that's quite funny. But watching it all unfold on TV in real time, you're like,
and
come on.
and then Pat joins in to like just twist the knife and says, "Yeah, we don't really see him very much nowadays. Him or his Scandinavian
Swedish cousin
Bonk. That's bad, isn't it? Bonk.
Yeah.
It says that. That's proper 90s, isn't it? Bonking.
Yeah.
Shag.
I've never felt comfortable saying the word shag.
Shag.
Yeah, it's just
even in your Austin Powers heyday.
Well, yeah. Just like, how would you like build up to that sentence?
What?
Like, let's have a shag. Like what?
Try it out.
Yeah.
You might feel comfortable with
Shall
it.
we shag?
Yeah, you just finish your bottle of hooch, turn off TFI Friday, and then you just ask her.
That was a great shag.
Yeah,
that's a lot of phrases.
I'm more
Sometimes
comfortable with.
that's a great shag.
Oh, no, that I feel.
He's a great shag. If you found out that if you overheard a woman saying one of your many conquests saying to one of her friends, well, I'll cut that out. One of her,
just blank.
one of your friends.
You phrased it as conquest as well.
Conquests.
Anyway,
if you
chalkboard. Scores.
Yeah, you've had to get an extended headboard so that you can get more notches. 4 poster bed. 5 posts. Do you sell an 8 poster bed? Is that possible? Octagon. Step into the octagon if you dare. Fully erect.
But it's only 7 posts on the bed. I know.
It's like a UFC ring with mats and pillows all the way around.
Yeah. Submission. So this will come up her back.
Tap out.
Anyway, so then, if you ever heard a girl saying that was a good shag, would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I think any person would.
Would you enjoy to see that written on a toilet?
For a good shag, cool.
That's my number. I would be in the men's at the time, so I'd be very confused.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't put my home phone down here. I'll put that just in case they can't contact me on my mobile.
Email.
Fax.
Yeah. Fax. PO box. Self-addressed envelope to...
That's the weirdest life and kicking segment ever. Great shags. Anyway, so then that's Roger Ring, bonk, that's good.
Oh, he goes to the bank.
And he goes to the bank.
Oh, some ridiculous queue.
Not just any bank. The National Friendly Bank.
Bank queues are too long. There's no staff. There's nothing new there since the 90s, is there really? It's same old. It takes ages to get through a queue in a bank. It's mad.
Was this before or after where the students are brought in by DCI Grim wearing the gorilla masks?
That's before. We went to the bank before.
He went to the bank before because he come back and he was all ticked off about that, wasn't he? So he had a bit of a rant, didn't he? What?
I don't know, it's a word.
Ticked off? No,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I just think it's funny.
It was just unusual to hear ticked off.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I'm not having a go. It's funny. Sorry, he's in the bank and then Goody turns up behind him and he's obviously annoyed. It's the worst, isn't it, when you're trying to have a lunch break and a colleague wants to. If a colleague's listening to this, I think you're nice. If you just want some time by yourself and then.
Well,
what I mean?
I don't know. I'll get 25 minutes lunch break.
All right. Sorry.
Quick. Sorry.
So then he's behind him and like Fowler's just exasperated. He's already annoyed because he's queuing and then Goody's there. And then Goody starts going into a whole monologue about, I should go to another queue and then you wait here and I'll come back. Oh wait, actually we should have a bag here. And it does all that. And it actually made me laugh because then he snaps and like he shouts, Constable Goody!
Screams in his face.
Absolutely screams in his face, yeah. But then there's a guy at the front of the queue who's counting out coins.
He was proper not having it from him, was he? He was like, if I had my choice, I'd send you off to somewhere, wouldn't he?
Another country, is that?
I don't know what their dynamic is in the other episodes, but does he like hate him or something?
Well, he's just exasperated by him, but like, he's just naive and chatty, but he means well. So then that's that. Then he goes back, and then Pat's livid because he didn't have time to do anything in the bank because he ran out of time because it was so busy in there.
Yeah, he tried to get away from it, but yeah, she finds out.
She was absolutely livid. She called him a twit.
She did call him a twit. Yeah. Again, that's very Ben Elton type word to use.
Twit. Yeah.
I suppose this is the point in which she was in the bank, and then this would have been when the gorillas came in, no? Gorilla students.
Grim brings in the students, and this is crucial because this pays off in the end. They're all a line of them, and they're all wearing gorilla masks, and tooties. Fowler gives him a dressing down.
Yep.
Something about, you know, Japanese companies wouldn't want to employ them.
Yeah, he has a right go at him, doesn't he? Like state of students today, like, oh, well, you're wasting your time doing this. Who's gonna employ you?
Yep.
And all
Mr.
this, that, and the other.
Shibushi.
What was the reference for the Japanese stuff there? Was it just like the Japanese was
I think that's an impression that, like,
economically
I don't know
really
whether
good
in the
at that point?
90s that Japanese and Chinese companies were going to take over everything.
What are
weren't
these?
they? What?
What are these? Sorry, Japanese, Chinese. What are these?
Brilliant.
Boobies. Yeah.
Tits.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, Japan was like an emerging market in the 80s and early 90s. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were coming. So it was going to be like, right, so everyone will be working for them. I still think though you've got like loads of like taking Chinese. I reckon learning Mandarin is going to be something quite important for like the workforce.
Yeah.
Like school we're going to do, they offer like Mandarin.
Do they?
Yeah,
It's a fucking nightmare. Imagine not learning
not a
Mandarin.
fan of oranges, but
Brilliant. There we go. Absolutely textbook. Yeah. Oh yeah. So then Fowler's having a conversation with Grim about, I don't know, something or other. I don't know who cares. They're probably both moaning about the crime and that and
I
stuff.
think they were moaning about life in general, weren't they? Because like
Yeah.
Grim was fed up because he hadn't had anything decent happen to him,
Yeah.
and Fowler, he just moans about life in general.
And then Fowler's radio goes, and he's like, hold on, let me just speak to this. And then she goes, hello. And then he cuts to the bank, and everyone's face down. And PC Pat's involved in a robbery. A robbery at the bank, and she says, I'm being held up. And he's like, oh, I told you it was busy in there, or something like.
Yeah.
That was a second joke about that, wasn't there?
Still held up. Oh, I'm gonna write a letter.
That's it, yeah. I'm trying that was a second joke of that. Wasn't there like a...
It feels like there was, but if there was, I didn't write it down.
Who cares? And then...
That's the spirit.
So then... and he tells Grim about it, and then it's a couple of times, and I don't know why they choose to do this, but they cut from like a wide shot of everyone to like a weird, slightly above it and close up to Grim's head, and it looks slightly deranged. I don't know why they choose to do that, because he sort of looms close to the camera, and because he's got such a weird head with like sort of stringy.
It's got a weird haircut, isn't it?
Like
It's like sort of really long at the back.
It's receded in the middle, like a
It's gone.
like a friar tuck.
It's like gone.
It's receded,
It's like
yeah.
not receded.
It's got like an oxbow lake around his head, but it's quite long as well, isn't it? And sort of dyed sort of a bit, like highlighted. So it looks quite weird. I've drawn it in this diagram here.
Diagram.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very good.
Like a diagram from a textbook. We'll put it on social media probably. I'm upset that I wrote Fanny and Around instead of Fanny and About, because I know that. I don't know why I did that. Grim's really happy about it. He says he's so happy he could cry because there's a real life armed robbery.
And good acting to him. He
He
genuinely
did
had
look
tears in
really
his eyes. He looked proper
happy,
upset.
Yeah, not upset, but happy.
Happy.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't want upset. Just tears in his eyes.
So then it cuts to the town square. There's some like dramatic sort of Casio music and some sort of dramatic bass, electronic bass, and they're all setting up a cordon and stuff.
Well, no, they set up like because the bank people was there. They was doing the cordon, and it was like, oh right, it's trying to like do it as like a serious thing. And they was all like, oh right, okay, have your men in place, and it cut to like Goody, and they thought he was a student. That was weird.
Oh yeah.
He had a massive helmet.
Steady on.
Massive helmet on, didn't he? Like, I've obviously given him like a big helmet to make him look like ridiculous in the uniform, and it's like he's trying to convince these old ladies who are saying, "Oh, he's a student." Oh.
No, he's a drama
Then one of them
student.
asked him for some drugs. And it was like, okay, it's weird.
Yeah.
And then
and Grim's really loving it. He's like running around.
Yeah, he's getting into it.
And then he says, "Fowler, job for you," and then he runs off.
Doesn't he like boom, go, and they just sort of run behind the police.
He ran
van.
about 3 feet to a van.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they did have guns, didn't they? But anyway.
Oh yeah, they're guns there. Yeah.
That's true. Then he said he has to go and get him. He said that they've requested a pizza, the bank robbers.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes and asks some goodie for a pizza, and then there's a whole another thing like a.
Yeah, what pizza do they want?
What pizza do you want? They go back and forth, and then other people like Habib and Gladstone join in, talking about different toppings. And he's furious.
But like, didn't he start with saying something like, "Oh, I don't care, put spicy gerbils on it." He went, "Do you mean the works?" I'm like, well, just any pizza.
Yeah,
just give me
quite
any.
annoying. And then so,
do you want garlic bread? Do you want garlic bread with that? This is a robbery. I just don't know. Just give me anything.
just morose
I was
demands.
just quite tired at this point of the
What
whole
pizza?
thing.
What sort of pizza? Oh, just anything.
Anything that'll
I'm gonna
get
start shooting
anything that'll
people
get the
in
victims alive.
Then it goes to Grim and what's his name, Cray, and then behind them, a guy in the pizza delivery t-shirt and like nothing on below the waist says, "Oh, I've got a complaint about police harassment."
He was very 90s, that guy, wasn't he? Like
Wow.
the
Yeah,
hair, the
classic
earring.
90s guy.
What's his hair like? Like curtains?
Like sort of flowy curtains, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like, he
Centre
didn't have much on the
parting.
sides.
Bit of a fade.
Yeah.
And he had one of them sort of like tiny pirate-like earrings.
Oh, the textbook.
Yeah.
Tiny textbook pirate.
And then
Fowler.
police harassment, and then the reverse shot shows obviously Fowler dressed up in a pizza delivery helmet and a uniform on a moped. Didn't need a moped. This is town square. Could have walked. Anyway,
It sets the scene, doesn't it?
that's true. And then he gets to the outside the bank, takes the pizza out, and he pretends to be a pizzaman. He takes his helmet off and then puts the little Thunderbird's cap on.
Yep.
And then shouts through the door like, your pizza's here. And he says some terms and conditions, like if he's late, you get a 50p refund and a free Pepsi or something.
Or is that standard, just like making something longer than it needs to be?
Exactly,
with,
yeah.
like,
Terms and
clever
conditions,
dialogue.
and everyone's loving it. Everyone's
So
cracking.
funny.
Audience are pissing themselves.
Audience
Piss
like,
streaming down the aisle.
What they don't know in there
Go on.
is they don't know that is actually like a police constable dressed up as a delivery guy, and they're gonna let him in. And it's hang on,
Trojan horse.
oh dear! Suddenly the long arm of the law's inside the bank.
Yeah, he's got a long old arm. Big long arm. Drooping out of his sleeve. He's trying to hide it. He can't. It's long. Too long.
It's long.
Freakishly long. Walks in there.
It's
Right.
tickle.
And then he says the pizza. And he walks in and he goes, "Oh, I see." And then the camera cuts to his point of view, and it's the arm robbers happen to be wearing gorilla masks. Remember that, audience? Remember that from earlier on when the students were wearing gorilla masks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, guess what, guys? It's paid off. The robbers are wearing gorilla masks. And we're like, oh, here we go. Mark was furious. He went, oh, for fuck's sake. And then Fowler's giving him a ticking off. And they've all got, like, shotguns. And he's like, those silly toys.
Two had shotguns, one had a handgun.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right. A revolver.
It wasn't a revolver.
It was a revolver.
No, it wasn't a revolver.
Wasn't it?
No, it's like a standard handgun, wasn't it?
What, like a...
Yeah.
Not a revolver?
No, it wasn't a revolver, no.
Okay, fair enough, sorry. Stand corrected.
Mm.
And he's like giving him
Colt 45.
He's giving him a ticking off because he thinks they're students. And he doesn't believe they're real guns. And then he goes, "I'm a police officer," and he's quite a good comic. Actually, where was his police helmet? A police hat the whole time.
It was inside the pizza thing.
Fair enough.
He opened up the box and
It was a spicy pizza. spicy gerbil they put on it.
Mamma mia!
the heat hit him straight away. He couldn't handle it. And he takes his police helmet out, tips off the little Thunderbird
It was a good
cap,
little movement, wasn't it? Because he did it in one
was.
sort of movement. We used the hat to push the other one off of his head.
and then he got his
Knob out. Truncheon, as he calls it.
That's a different thing we watched afterwards.
He took his uniform off and his police uniform was
Underneath pristine.
Freshly
Uh,
pressed.
and he was he just took guns off him, and then his wife got up and took the gun off the other one.
Yep.
And then they had a bit of a moment, didn't they?
They said, "Oh, you're magnificent."
They thought that all the people on the floor were police for some reason.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
they
two of
started.
them.
They was like, "Oh, I don't want to get involved with killing any coppers or something."
Yeah.
Like that. And then they all just stood there really weirdly for the Scooby Doo reveal.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then he shouted at the door. He's like, "Oh, the siege is over," and then they all come in, and he's like, "Oh, these silly pranksters," and he takes their hats off, and he realises that they were real.
But he was just taking off a rubber mask, and they overlaid an audible like Velcro rip.
Yeah,
Like
I love that.
for each mask coming off.
Yeah,
Like
it's quite
what?
strange.
Ridiculous.
But I don't know why he decided to do that.
I'm pretty sure the boom dropped in shot a couple of times there as well. Like just the end of it.
Oh, unforgivable.
I do love a good boom shot. It's
Well, what?
So where are we at? I think
that was the end, wasn't it?
it took them out.
No. So the Batman just comes out and he goes, thank you so much. How can I repay you? And they go, "Oh, actually, maybe we could. Only one thing, you could sort out standing orders." And he's like, "Oh, actually, the bank closed 3 minutes ago." That was the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
that was it.
perfect.
Just like bank, typical bank.
Da-da-da-da-da-dun.
So that was good. Did it stand the test of time?
No.
No, not really.
No, good.
It's
I
a bit
agree.
too 90s. It was
It was like pre 9/11, isn't it? Like it's a different time.
oh dear.
But do you know what I mean? Because like,
What do you mean?
it was quaint. Like, there
What?
was,
Like post 9/11, you wouldn't have any like things about pranks and bank
because,
robberies.
Yeah, they'd be shot dead. Probably.
Yeah, but this is England, isn't it? Where like
That's a different thing about us in the 80s. This is England. Get it?
Oh,
Shane Meadows.
yeah, I mean, they did one. I think this is England 90, but
there you go.
This
This is England. Brain actors was in it. Was police constable.
Right, so didn't stand the test of time. Did we have a joke of the week? I think my arse is on the line and I don't want to cock up.
I like Roger Ring.
Roger Ring?
Yeah, I'll go for the arses on the line
Yeah?
because it was just like, oh my god, that's awful.
Cock up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
Nice. All right, so we got tick those boxes off. Would you like to go on to the game?
Clapped out, run down, too old to save. 1 foot in the game.
This for me is, and I think I said this last time we recorded, the most tedious game I've made yet.
Oh. Oh, was that IGN review?
Was that
IGN review?
IGM review?
IGN, like a computer game, like video game, and it's like the most tedious game I've made.
Oh right.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Like a
IGN.
tagline. Like,
Sorry.
yeah, sorry. Right, fine. What
Um,
about is that a PC gamer review?
Thank you.
Nice. So this game is called the Thin True Blue line.
Oh my god.
True Blue.
Which of these are recognised shades of blue as listed
Fuck off.
All right,
by
hang on.
B&Q?
I'm colourblind.
No, I know.
Chris Jones wins. Default.
Fatality. Fucking hell. Literally.
the one thing I forgot.
Awful. Like, so, like
You don't
know,
need to see
this
it.
wall used to be a different shade of blue. Yeah.
Different shade
Right.
of blue.
I came home from. I went away for the weekend.
Yeah.
I came home.
Why are the walls brown?
No, Alice had painted it, and it took me. Her prompting me to say anything different. I was looking around. I couldn't see. She had to say like, "Oh, I've painted the wall." I was like, "Oh yeah." Didn't notice it at all. No clue. Like it used to be a much vibrant shade of blue. Like she painted loads of fabric samples on there. Not fabric samples, like paint samples on there before, like all up the walls, like different colours painted all over the wall. I was looking at it thinking like, it's a bit weird the way the light's on that wall. It took ages for me to cotton on that she painted loads of different colours on the wall. I didn't notice. I had no idea she'd painted the walls.
That could be like a plot of a murder mystery, like the someone's
What, the colourblind
like
detective?
someone's colourblind.
They're murdered on a grass field. Never saw it. just lying down having a sleep. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Lazy? Get up.
They wrote like the murderer's name in green and red on the wall. It's like that seems fine. And just left.
in blood.
It's fine. It's a bit drippy. Bit of condensation in here. I'd open the windows.
Oh,
Dehumidifier.
Well, I'm hoping that this game
Oh, it's right though,
Still
because I've been
works.
done B&Q loads of times, so I might even just know some of these. What
it's by
brand
the
paint
name.
is this Valspar?
I don't remember. Sorry, there's just literally paints that
Well, yeah, but what
B&Q
sold in
stock.
B&Q?
Dulux,
But what are we
Dulux.
talking about? Dulux, Valspar,
all kinds.
B&Q Home.
Farrow and Ball.
Home base.
What?
Throwing that in there.
No, it's all
Home base do paint.
yeah, but not in B&Q, did it?
Stall outside. The guy's got a van. He wants some cheap paint. Come on.
Don't want to go there, mate.
Got to shade you on in there.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the name of a shade of possibly blue.
All right.
He's not convinced. Right.
All right.
And you
Yeah.
have to tell me whether or not it's true blue
Or
or just not.
new blue.
No blue. It's-
Nobler.
So basically, the ones that aren't blue are green.
What?
So that might help.
Oh, he's calm. That's not
What do you mean? What? So if you could read out a shade and it's actually a green rather than a blue?
Some are blue and some are green.
Right. Okay.
So who
I think we should make the games from now on.
who won last time?
Got some
Who
Scrabble down
chose
there,
this?
actually.
I'm gonna read you a list of serial numbers from fuses, and you got to tell me which are correct and which aren't. Here we go.
No,
The game's called Confused. Here we go. This will be a treat for the audience. Mainly letters and numbers, but here we go, guys.
Right, who would like to go first, if anyone?
Like. Who would like to go first?
Like, I'll go first.
Right, or yeah, let's let you go first. Then.
Oh, thanks.
Fluttering idiot. Listen to.
I didn't account for your disability.
Disability.
It's
Is that why you got that bay painted outside your house? And that ramp.
it's not. It's just a guy with a pair of sunglasses, pair of glasses, and two a red ball, a green ball, and a question mark over the top. Well specific. People keep parking it all the time. Well, acts me off.
Juggler button there last time.
Confused juggler.
Come on then. Read the stupid fucking names out and just get us on with it.
Right, I think there's only. Oh, it's quite low. There's loads here. First one, wood.
Right.
Alep eggshell. Is that true blue or new blue?
Well, Alep eggshell. Eggshell's like a finish, isn't it? That's not even a colour. So what's Alep? Alep, I'll say, yeah, gone in blue. Why not?
It's false, unfortunately.
What is it, green?
Nordic sky.
Yeah, it's blue. It's true blue.
That is true blue.
Oh,
Congratulations.
what? How's he get like Nordic sky? Sky?
No, I
What am I
didn't
going to
really think that one
get?
through.
I might get something like, beautiful frog. Oh, what is it?
Bridget Bardot, isn't it? Is she French or Italian?
Christ.
Is Bridget Bardot French?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I don't say I
That's
would know, is
true.
it?
Doesn't know what colours are. Doesn't know who Bridget Bardot is, does he?
Mineral mist.
Mineral mist.
Green.
Mist. I'm going to say it's blue.
It is blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is French.
Christ.
Oh, great.
The joke works, everyone.
Breakfast room.
I think green. I think it's new blue.
Correct. It is new blue.
Fucking yes. Yes.
Wood. Marseille silk.
Marseille. I'll say not blue.
No, say it properly. Say it properly.
It's blue then.
No, say it properly. Say new blue. Don't
New blue.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it is true blue.
Oh, is it
Because
blue?
Marseille is like
I didn't.
Marseille's got a lot of blue involved.
I didn't do much research past paint
Yeah.
or B&Q.
Obviously.
I went B&Q because it was shorter. Macaroon.
That's new blue.
It's blue.
It's true blue.
It's true blue.
Is it blue?
Macaroon. Blue.
I wouldn't have said yeah, but anyway, I don't know.
Shore rocks.
Shore rocks.
Sure does.
Shore rocks. I'd say that's more of a.
Could be shore.
See, I'd say it's grey, but it could be bluey grey, couldn't it?
S-H-O-R-E, innit?
Or would it be a greeny grey?
SH.
I'd say it's
SHORE rocks.
It's not like a
blue
a
then.
review for some deodorant online.
Yeah, blue.
You going blue?
Yeah.
It's new blue.
Oh fuck yeah.
Shore rocks. Because there's like algae and shit on it and seaweed.
Yep. Stiff key.
I'm going to go for new blue.
Unfortunately,
True blue.
It's true blue. Yeah.
Stiff key.
Is it key? How do you spell key? Is it like key? Is
Oh, is it with a Q?
KEY.
Oh.
Buckingham.
Buckingham green.
No, new blue.
Nah, bang on. Yeah, no, new blue. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Buckingham.
The score is tied at 2-2. Jones.
True blue is tied at 2-2.
Exactly that.
Put your phone on silent.
Well, it is on silence.
Vibrated.
Yeah. Card room. What colour would a card room be? Is it true blue or
New blue.
It's new blue.
Yeah, because I can imagine like the bays on the card table will be green.
Bang on.
Thank you.
New blue. All right. Well, that was thrilling.
Wait. So I won.
Yeah,
Doesn't he get one more?
I went first.
I went first.
That's
I've
what I
got
want.
the proper like
Alep.
Alep.
Oh yeah.
Alep eggshell.
It's weird that I can't tell shades of colours apart.
Weird, isn't it? So I choose another one, do I?
Yeah. Lucky you.
I chose the last few, haven't I?
I'm rubbing it in.
Yeah, stop being so bloody good at these games.
Yeah. Every week you slag them off, every week you win.
Yeah, doesn't mean I enjoyed them.
The next episode is actually the last in the series.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it might be more in the future, so
In that case,
no pressure.
I'm gonna go for. Let's go out with a bang. I'm gonna go for curry and chips. Is that the thing with?
Fucking hell,
Spike
yeah.
Lee.
It's,
Spike Lee. Different real twist.
Yeah.
Spike Lee's involved.
Yeah, and you got a great game for that one as well, if I remember rightly.
Spike Milligan, isn't it?
Spike Milligan, yeah.
Browned up.
It's
Which
next
episode we're gonna
week.
watch? To tell the
Oh,
audience so they
Christ.
can watch along.
We are watching Series 1, Episode 4
Hey.
of Curry and Chips.
Delicious.
So tune in for that.
Yeah, for what will be the last of the. What series is this?
This
Second?
is Series 3. that we're on.
3?
We're on Series 3. Yeah.
Is it 3 already?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, what a waste of time. What an utter waste of our lives
Yeah.
this has been.
Well, what else are you doing on Sunday?
Church? Nah, maybe not. So, yeah, Curry and Chips.
Can I wrap it up, you
Let's
dick? Come on.
All right, well,
Alright, what's that?
Like the chips.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we are at British Shitcom, #Shitcom. Send us some stuff to watch.
Like, review, subscribe and review.
That's what I meant as well.
Leave a review. No, has anyone left a review?
One person.
Brilliant. That's someone you know as well, so
Yes,
that
it
doesn't
is.
count.
Thanks, Dan. Merchandise.
Seriously, like, we get like 12 people listening. Well, just fucking write a review. How long does it take? Let's go, this is quite a
we're
good
into
podcast.
double figures.
Well, like, you listen every week, some of you. Just write a review. Like, it's not much to ask, is it? How long does it take to do it? I'm not asking if you say it's the best podcast ever. I'll put like 3 stars or whatever and say,
Distinctly average.
oh yeah, like, for some reason
This
I keep
55
listening.
minutes of my life was distinctly average.
It was fine. I wasn't annoyed. I wasn't that annoyed at the end of it. Just like it just. How long does it take to do? Like, just say for some reason I listen to this every week.
Yeah.
Right,
And
but
it's
it's not,
like,
you
I
don't
keep
always
listening
leave a
to
review,
it.
do you? Like, do you leave a review for everything you ever buy
Oh,
off
no,
Amazon?
I've never done a review for a podcast.
Well, exactly. So how long does that take to leave a review? Like
No one's ever asked me like this.
No, but I don't have to ask you. But
In
don't
these
you get
terms.
emails like, oh, so and so from Marketplace asked you to leave a review for I don't know, like I bought some locks and someone said, oh, can you leave a review for it? But you don't have time, do you?
No,
Busy,
you didn't leave a review if
hectic
it's bad.
lifestyle. Pardon?
You didn't leave a review. Actually,
Well, exactly.
if
So the fact
write
we've
a
got
bad
no
review, that'd be
reviews-
funny.
Yeah.
Write a bad review. Say that, I talk too much. Mark doesn't know what he's doing. Chris can't see. You know? That'd be funny, yeah. Nothing too personal.
Well,
We'll take it to heart. I mean, Mark gets enough criticism in this room, so he doesn't need it from strangers,
Yeah.
Not strangers. We're all friends. Well,
Well, you don't know. It's obviously a stranger, isn't it?
yeah.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
There's some not foreigners, you know what I mean, from different countries. You write in where you're from,
I mean, I can get the stats
where
up.
you're listening. Don't do that.
No,
That's
well,
embarrassing.
That's not.
Stat attack.
Estimated audience of 34 people.
34 of you freaks out there listening to this. Just write a review. Like, what? Come on. We're giving you badges for free.
I think
Mark's
that's
out of
about
pocket.
to go down.
Mark's
now,
out of pocket for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave a review, dicks. Either listen to a review or just stop listening. That's my ultimatum. Like, you're at the door trying to come in. I'm like, oh no, you got to leave a review if you want to come in and listen to us, have fun. All right, either that or you can shoot off because I'm sick of it now. I know Johnny from I don't know, was it people in Canada or something or Hong Kong? Where are they coming from?
What?
We've got
Where are they coming from?
We've got people abroad listening to us. Isn't it Canadian or something?
USA. All the
Yeah,
way.
come on, you fucking Americans. Leave a
right.
review.
US, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, Canada, UAE,
Come
Czech
on.
Republic,
There you go. We're close enough. Isn't it?
Republic of Korea,
Yeah.
Finland, Turkey, South Africa, Russian Federation, Iraq, Portugal, Spain,
Iraq?
Brazil. Yep. We have 8 in Iraq, Brazil, Sweden.
8 people in Iraq listen to this.
Yeah.
We're service.
We're used as a torture device.
No, seriously, if you can hear us, let them go.
Would it be great if we got like front page of the news for like helping with negotiations somehow?
We get like MBEs. We get a fee in hostages.
UK podcast causes people to spill secrets rather than carry on listening.
Oh yeah, be negative.
Oh yeah, I had to give up. I had to give everything up. I couldn't take it anymore.
I'm colourblind as well. I don't
No,
understand.
seriously, no. It's not just to listeners. If you are part of a terrorist organisation, just leave us a review. I mean, If it's working as a torture device, just fucking leave us a review. Just say is good or whatever.
Oh,
you know.
Alan Qaeda 911 has left us a 3-star review. Fantastic.
Ian Sis.
Ecuador 1. Right, let's
I think we've got Uno. I think we've made our point.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.